Hey, man.
Yo, this is your man Logical One, sitting over here with one of Chicago's premier most DJs, my man Xray. Tell us about you, brother. What you doing?
What I'm doing now is converting this room, this space, into just a straight up all out music room.
All out music room.
All vinyl. We do the Serato, but I play a lot of vinyl nowadays because we kind of losing touch on the records that we really want to play due to having Serato. It kind of made us lazy. So I'm seeing a lot of all vinyl nights at certain clubs or whatever. So and yeah, it's a bit much to carry, but for the labor of love, for what you want to play, it's right there. It's not always in here. It's not always on your hard drive. And if you can't download everything, some stuff is going to be unavailable for you to get that you already have. So hey, everybody's not thinking the same. Everybody's not playing the same stuff. And what makes you unique is what you have in your stash.
Okay. So how long you been on the grind, man?
I've been on the grind. I would say I did my first house party in 1986. And I've been playing since 1981. But the grind itself, I would say since 1995, I've really been aggressively out there on my own, doing whatever I had to do to get this music out there.
Now, a lot of people ain't too familiar with house. And there are some that know what house is, and there are some who don't. House music derived out of Chicago, correct?
Yeah.
And we have a lot of DJs that have come from Chicago that have built house music up. But that's not what we're here for. But that's something that you've been playing, that you started out with. What you do a lot of hip-hop. That's what I know you from, hip-hop.
I am from that, that cloth or that generation of hip-hop DJs. You had Twilight Tone, myself, 33 and a Third, Tone Be Nimble. You had a host of guys, a whole bunch of DJs out there in Chicago that was playing literally everything.
Right.
You had a guy Feel Good. I mean, I can go on forever. I hate to leave anybody out. You see the sheet or whatever, I'll write it down. But you had a lot of guys and girls out there that was playing hip-hop and house. And the time we come up in, most of us are 70s babies. I say that because we were babies in the 70s. We were, not teens in the 80s, so we weren't babies then. But most of us are 70s babies. So that puts us in the category when we start playing in those early 80s. What was there? It was funky dance music, which is really funk, soul, R&B. But we made records house, as well as we made jazz records hip-hop. So you listen to Take Me to the Mighty Block by Bob James, you don't play it as a jazz record, you playing it as a hip-hop record. You're going to play 2 copies of it, you're going to flip it back and forth, you're going to play it like it's Peter Piper or something. And that's how we converted records from those early 70s soul records or whatever, and that's when the whole transition from soul to house, how it came. So everything in between is like, that's when I play funky music. That's it.
And ain't nothing wrong with that, man. How do you feel about the current state of the music right now, man? It's just music, not even so much hip-hop, but music in general, man. I noticed you had a lot to say about, Serato and how people are straying away from the vinyl and, basically coming out like MP3 DJs and stuff like that, man. How do you feel about that?
The conveniences and technology is superb, it's great, but the heart and the music itself is lacking. It's lacking the passion. Everybody wants a check. There's no more fans of the music. It's just everybody's an artist. Everybody's got a label. Everybody's walking up to you, buy my CD or here's my CD or whatever. And it's like there were special people that contributed to this music, that contributed to music, period. So I'm not saying that just hip-hop is lacking, R&B is lacking, jazz is lacking. I mean, all music's all across the board, and we're searching for something new, something different. We went through our Indian phase, we went through the African phase. We touched other countries to give us insight on what we need to do musically and just expand our horizons.
Okay.
So we just need to get back to that, and I guess pick another country to invade their music.
It's changed dramatically, man, from the time we was growing up and everything, and a lot of people probably feeling the same, just how you've expressed yourself about this, man.
Yeah.
So what does DJ Xray got, you know, plan ahead for himself, man? What's going on with you, man?
Well, I'm organizing the Ghetto DJs. That's my crew. That's my family, and we're getting more structured to really be able to come out this summer with something for everybody. We want to touch the block clubs, get in the communities, you know, do some functions for everybody, do some just some of every. When I'm saying everything, just everything across the board that you can really think of, because you got this lineup, you got that lineup, but I'm really going to be hands-on and be really involved, you know, on what's happening with the Ghetto DJs, which I've always been since I've been a member in 1995. But now that I'm the president, I got a lot of work to do.
Now, who are collectively all the members of the Ghetto? Give me a couple of names, man, that are part of Ghetto DJs. Man.
From Traxman, I got Traxman, Clash Titan, Slick Rick the Master. I brought in Superman Jazz, who does all the social clubs. I just brought in Rail. Big Paul's a founder. Sean Madison founder. My man Richard Groove. I got DJ Najee. I got Bam, X-Man. I got a lot of the Dante, Bassman. There's about 30 of us.
About 30 y'all all together. You know? So we're going to have to get them together, man, and
definitely.
do something to get everybody together.
We're here in the Blue Room, or the Man Cave as we call it. We're here every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday is our meeting. It's like a ritual. If I'm the only person here, I'll meet with myself. Me and all 5 of my personalities will be here.
You think we can hear some of the skills, man? Some of what you presenting with, man?
Oh, most definitely. So just let me set up.
Okay, give me a second. We're going to pause this real quick.